Okay, so we all know about crowdfunding, guys, and we all know what Kickstarter's about. And one of the latest games to hit the scene is a unique card-playing game called Eminence. And I'm now joined by two of the guys from Eminence here at EGX, and we're just going to find out a little bit about the game. So, you're crowdfunding on Kickstarter. They're around 60-odd% with 11 days to go, I believe, which isn't bad, but we need to push people. So make sure when you see this video, you go and check out the Eminence page over on Kickstarter, because we want to get this one through. Now, I'll tell you something that I've not told a lot of people. I'm a backer of this game, and I don't play card games yet. But there's plenty of time. So what we want you to do is make sure you support these guys. So guys, let's find out a bit about the game. So who's going to start us with that one?
I'll start off. Basically, Eminence is an MMO card game. It combines three popular genres, so that's MMO, RPG, and TCGs, to basically create like a card game that hasn't been done before. And there's two aspects of it. On one aspect, you get an explorable virtual world where you can go around, interact with other players. You collect these cards, and you fight with other players in a high-risk card game. The twist is the way you collect cards. So when you beat your opponent, you can actually take one of their cards and add it. You can steal their card essentially and add it to your collection. The reason why we did this, we wanted to sort of take it back to the schoolyard days when you could just play for keeps, just promote that competitive rivalry.
So does this come across as, is this like a 1v1 card game, or is this like a group card game? How does that work?
Well, go on.
It's interesting you say that, actually. I mean, we've implemented guilds into our game, where guilds can go into a battle of 5v5 and take it in turns of that.
All right, so it's like a team play, sort of 1v1 but a 5v5, essentially taking turns, team play game.
Absolutely, yeah.
Does it go like from 1 to 5, or is it just? I mean, when you say guilds, has it got to be 5? Is there a minimum or a maximum?
So basically,
how does that work?
So how it works, right, is you form a team. From your guild, you might have, I don't know, 100 members in your guild, but the games are basically 5-on-5. So you can take 4 guys with you to take on another team, 5 guys, and the games are best of 5. So right now we're exploring different ways to handle the turn, but a lot of people seem to take off just doing it, one guy go against one guy, the next guy go against the next guy.
Yeah.
And when a team wins 3 best of 5 games, so 3 out of maybe
So we could be seeing some card clans basically forming,
yeah.
A bit like Call of Duty. You never know how that might go,
yeah, exactly.
Because clans on Call of Duty sort of turned it into a slightly different game and gave it a much more competitive edge. And this is taking sort of board games to a new level on a PC.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. I mean, there's one really exciting part of the guild aspect of it, and John will tell you about it. It's basically, but I'll let you talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, as well as players being able to take people's cards with the guilds, we've added another level to that, so the stakes are even higher. So you've got, with your guilds, you've got a guild castle, and your guild castle is essentially made out of different floors. As you progress in the guild, the higher level your guild is, the more floors your guild castle has. Now, if you go against a different guild, you actually put in as a stake your guild castle. So if you lose, you essentially risk losing a floor of your guild castle, something that you have spent ages on customizing, putting your sofa in there or a pool table or something like that.
So this is almost a high-risk poker game.
Exactly.
In the way of cards.
Like so instead of wagering cards, you can wager your base, because that's what you're building. You're building a base in the open world. If you want to take over other teams' base, you can take their cards and take their base.
Technically, you're going to be sort of putting a lot of online gambling places out of business here. This is how I'm reading it. These guys might actually save you money by making you buy the game. Did you ever actually consider that? That's a possibility, because I mean, gambling these days, online gambling usually involves money, and people are spending hundreds of millions, and if they could just buy your game, they're going to make friends exactly the same way, but only risk losing a card or a castle.
Yeah, well, it's just to add a bit of fun, really.
You guys are quite sharks with it. No, I knew there was a reason to back this game. I knew there was something when I saw the name and I read the setup, that there was something going on with this game.
I wouldn't really kind of go into like gambling and stuff such, but what we're trying to play on is the collectability. That's the main part of this thing. So if you want, you can you can build a collection of cards of other people's cards. You can build a collection of, you know, bases from other people's bases.
So when you say the cards, is there any kind of rare cards? Are we talking? Are there certain structures to the card system as well?
Absolutely. I mean, with the, for example, with the Kickstarter only cards, if you're a backer, these cards cannot.
Which I am.
Pardon?
Which I am.
Oh yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice.
Your cards that you've got from Kickstarter will not be, that they're locked, so people can't take those cards away unless you switch it off. So you have the choice essentially to keep your card or to.
So if I want to flirt and say I'm way better than you, I've got that turned off. I don't need it. I'm going to kick your ass.
Yeah.
I get to show off basically with my cards.
Yeah.
Oh, because I'm Kickstarter. This is so cool.
You can put it on the wrist, but the main thing about the structure is all cards are organized into 4 tiers that marks their strength and their rarity. So you've got low tier cards, you've got medium tier cards, you've got high tier cards, then you've got the Guardian cards, which are essentially the Guardian cards are the strongest one. They all have like this A, which is the highest number you can have, but they're super rare in the game.
Can we see that? They're super rare. Well, I'll check that out later. I'm going to try and get one of them in a minute. You know I am. Right, guys. Well, so we've got 11 days to go. Do you happen to be going to Play Expo, by the way, later in the month? You know, October the 11th and 12th, I think it is, in Manchester. Are you there?
We didn't even know about that event.
You don't know? No?
No, I think we've spoken.
You know what? We've heard so many different events, but we might,
You might need to get in touch with Andy Brown
yeah,
over at Play Expo and see if we can get you up there.
Yeah, we need to make it happen.
Yeah. Listen to this, Andy. I want these guys there. So I'll send him an email. I'm going to take your details and get you guys out there.
That would be amazing, yeah.
And let's hope the crowdfund goes well and I get my special cards because I'm a Kickstarter backer. All right, guys. Well, cheers for the interview and all the best.
Thanks for checking us
having
out.